What's going on? What's going on, everybody out there in the YouTube land that hears and cares about my words? I just did a video like around the other day. It was concerning, about some relationship shit, and it came to the question of like black leadership. I think, matter of fact, the video was about independent women, and it ultimately ended up in discussion arena of black male leaders. Why should I listen to you? You're just a goddamn dictator type of deal. And that's kind of like the impression I get every time I say that. Every time I even hear that reference in a public setting. When you think of black male leadership, I don't know what this Hitler picture comes up in your head, or Nat Turner choking his wife, or a young ass mister training a bunch of younger misters to beat and deride their wives all their lives. There's no class like that, because that's not what a black man means when he says he wants to lead his household. I can't believe that this thing has been so perverted where I have to even talking about the intricacies, if there are intricacies, of black male leadership. It's very, very, very simple. A long time ago, in a land far away, where there were morals and there were great families, there was black male leaders. These black male leaders were not beating the fuck out their wives. As a matter of fact, for as long as I can remember, how much stories of mister do you know in your fucking personal life where, the wife just couldn't leave her fucking husband and she was black and she was getting fucking abused all the fucking time? Is that the common myth? Is that what happens in half of all black families, when there were black families? I'm talking, and when I say black families, I'm really talking about like the black family golden age, sepia tone era of the 50s and 60s, up until like the bright early ages of the 70s, where you had a mother, you had a father, and the father worked and he protected his fam, and the mother held down the fam, and it was cool. Was there a whole lot of oppression? I don't see it. I wasn't seeing it. You know what? Give me some great examples of this, where the prevailing problem in the black community are these overbearing, whooping your ass husbands. And I said prevailing. I'm not talking about your Joe Jacksons and your Ike Turners, here and there and everywhere. They exist, okay? But I'm talking about in the majority of the black families in that age. Wasn't no whooping ass. Or how about, in the civil rights era, huh? Well, ain't nothing but black families. A little earlier, when the white racists was really putting some boot to ass. You think we came and put boot to ass to you? Nah, what happened? What happened with all those rape cases with those black females in the community, huh? What about those dead-ass dudes that died for their wives and their daughters, huh? That never happened? That never happened? Every time there was any retribution from the black community, in any type of violence where anybody took up a stick or a gun or a knife or something, it was in the man's hands. And I say this not to toot a man's horn or get misogynistic or anything like that. I'm just saying that I'm just trying to prove a point that black men weren't oppressing you. So when I reference black male leadership now, I don't know where that connotation of oppression is coming from. We didn't do so in the past. We didn't do so in ancient Africa. We wasn't doing so in the slave field. We wasn't doing so. Please show me when. There was these great communities of African ass kickers, booting ass to wives. Because I remember, think about this, where did the rule of thumb come from? It's okay to beat your wife with a stick smaller than the thumb, huh? Was that a black community thing? No, it wasn't. I just want you to think about that. Now that's what it is. Here's what it is. When I say I want to lead my family, it means I am personally responsible first and foremost to make sure my family has more than our basic needs, going above and beyond just surviving. We are thriving, and it's my fault if we don't, and it's my fault that we do. Another thing that a black male leader has to do for his family is lay down his life at any given goddamn time should the situation come up for his family. So, guy comes out the alley with a gun. You're a man. All the men out there, you're standing there with your wife who's scared to death, who don't have nothing to do with shared decisions at that point. And you're not, and none of you are armed. You're just both seeing the gun, right? No co-op there. Whose responsibility is to take the bullet? Should the bullet, you know, be taken by somebody in the family? Mommy it's not her job. There's a man there. Traditionally, it's my role. I die for my fam. I sacrifice everything for my fam. I starve so my fam eats. That's just the way it trickles down. So if I'm responsible, first and foremost, for all these things, how am I not the leader? How is it a co-op for convenient situations when the shit gets rough, it's all on me? It doesn't work like that. Now, when does male leadership typically come up? More likely, at least in my mind, if you marry a tyrant, that's your own goddamn fault, yo. Tyrants exist. I'm going to say this out fucking loud. Yes, they exist. You're dumbass for marrying them. For your dumb fucking shit for not heeding the fucking signs before, you know, you married them, but you married them anyway, and then suddenly it's the male's fault in general. It's the black man's fault in general for being a tyrant, when that motherfucker was just evil and a tyrant from the begin with. Here's what I'm talking about from a responsible black man's perspective. It means that if there's a stalemate decision, just a good example. I was talking to this lady on my page about this example right here. My wife, or, you know, the lady I'm spending my life with, wants to go to New York. She has great ass reasons for going to New York. You know, we've done the studies, and, you know, she has great pros and cons for going to New York, and I want to stay in VA. I have great pros and cons for want to stay in VA. You know, the kids are just torn. You know, that they just going to ride with whoever. Where do we go? Huh? Because, you know, if no action is taken, if we are located in the VA, we stay in VA, and we just ride with my shit anyway. So if a decision has to be made and everything has been analyzed, who makes the decision? Ultimately me, the man. You don't have to like it. That's cool. You might not want to do that. That's cool with making those decisions. Personally, I'm looking for a female that's looking for a man that will make those tough decisions, and she expects me to make those decisions. And she knows that I'm not a goddamn ogre, and I'm not shoving the fucking decision down her throat. And although we consult with each other, we're at a stalemate and something has to be done. We have to amputate our son's leg. She has good ass reasons why we should. I have a good ass reason why we shouldn't. A decision's got to be made. Now, if it's in the better interest of the boy and it's on her side, hey man, I'm not stupid. We keep my son's leg. Or, you know, we ride with her. But I mean, just ignore these common sense facts, people. Come on. When somebody's got to make a decision, and damn sure in the great journey of life, it's not going to be, you know, everything's not going to be black and white where, you know, it's just, well, we just vote this motherfucker out. Somebody's got to make a decision, and that's got to be their role. I'm not talking about where you're talking about tyrant, and I keep on saying that, but that's what y'all making it sound like. I'm talking about somebody's got to be strong and be willing to take that decision and be wise enough to take that decision. Or else why did you choose him as a husband? If you didn't want him a leader, if you want some co-op shit, hey man, go get you a co-op husband that wants a co-captain on his ship and y'all can 50-50 everything. But I know that, shit, if there was a burning, if we was in the movies and that motherfucker was suddenly on fire and terrorists came from out behind the pews and behind the screen, are you looking at him to get your ass out? If so, he should have a 51% say in family matters. 51%. Unless you just that hero. You Tomb Raider. I'm in the movies and all fiery hell started to break loose. My woman is so on it that by the time my eyes even got wide, she's grabbing my hand. That shit's rare. Because I've been in house parties with gunfire erupted. And I've been with some chicks. I've been around, you know, these crazy ass thugs and then fights broke out. And I've been with some chicks. I tell you this, ain't no chick grabbing my hand, telling me duck, pulling my hand behind her saying back, nah, that's me. Get the fuck out of here, man. Once again, you can catch me on any elaboration that you feel like, you know, needs to be elaborated upon. Because to me, this is a very black and white issue, man. Oh yeah, one more thing. And if the woman makes more money than me, it don't matter. If you want to be the captain of your ship, that's fine. You feel that money entitles you to that right, that's cool. You find that brother for that. And that's just willing to ride with it. You need that K-Fed brother that's going to be laying up under your stuff, don't mind driving your whip up in your house, and that's cool with them. And it doesn't fuck with them fundamentally as a man. Hey man, that's cool. That's more, suited to you. But for me, I'm more along the lines of the old-fashioned brother, not Mr. Old-fashioned brother. How about Martin Luther King? Huh? How about Marcus Garvey? Huh? They wasn't putting the boot to their ass. They had wives holding them the fuck down when they did what they had to do. And they made decisions for their family, and they weren't seen as tyrannical rulers. They were seen as the king and their wife as the queen. There was not too much wars in that faction. At least that's what I'm looking for. That's what I desire. Hey man, ladies, if I'm not your cup of tea, that's okay. If what I describe is not your cup of tea, perfectly kosher. But I got to remind you, when you get somebody that's not a leader, you get a lesser man. A man that's going to kowtow to you in the times of in those crunches. And is that what you really want? And is that what you really respect? Is that what you really want to be shown to your sons and daughters? This man, the perfect example, yes, man, in Kevin Hart. Yeah, sure, honey. Yeah. This time, these clothes, sure. Oh man, we're doing this today. Okay. You want that in your life? Because I see it a lot of the time with these sad excuses for men look like they had happiness in their eyes, but they forgot what it feels like from a long time ago. They live vicariously through me and mine. They remember what it was like when they had wills and they had man caves and places to go, and not that invisible tether of that nagging motherfucker telling them what to do and when to eat. Because that's what happens when you're not a fucking leader. When you're not a leader as a man, your wife feels that she has to lead you. And if that's what you're looking for, ladies, hey man, you want to lead that brother, go ahead. But I want nothing to do with it. For the aforementioned reasons why. I am the Surreal Wonder. On YouTube, I'm the Surreal Wonder. I'll catch y'all on the flip.